I told my CEO, if we were the same age, I'd steal you tonight. Her reply changed everything. The room fell silent, so suddenly that even the hum of the office air conditioner seemed louder than my heartbeat. The words had escaped my mouth before I could stop them, born from exhaustion, admiration, and a moment of reckless honesty. Every pair of eyes in the executive conference room turned toward me, waiting for the reaction of the woman who had transformed a failing company into one of the most respected businesses in Seattle. I was certain I had just destroyed the career I had spent 8 years building. But what happened next changed not only my future, it changed the way I understood love, dignity, and the quiet courage hidden inside ordinary people. Before we continue, if you believe in kindness, hope, forgiveness, compassion, and second chances, please take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, leave a thoughtful comment, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps these heartfelt stories reach people who may need a little light today. My name is Nathan Brooks, and at 32, I believed life rewarded hard work above everything else. My father, Samuel, had worked in construction until arthritis forced him into early retirement. My mother, Grace, cleaned houses for years to keep food on our table. They raised me to respect people, never judge anyone by money, and always finish what I started. Those lessons stayed with me long after I joined Carter Dynamics, where our CEO, Rebecca Collins, became someone every employee admired. Rebecca was 51, elegant without trying to be, and carried herself with a quiet confidence that never relied on fear. She knew the names of interns, remembered birthdays, and often visited employees recovering from illness without anyone knowing. She wasn't admired because she was wealthy. She was admired because she made people feel seen. The annual leadership retreat had stretched into a long evening. After 12 exhausting hours of presentations, the executives and department managers gathered on the rooftop terrace overlooking the Seattle skyline. Laughter replaced spreadsheets, and people relaxed for the first time all day. Someone jokingly asked why a woman as remarkable as Rebecca had never remarried after losing her husband nearly 15 years earlier. I smiled without thinking and said that if we had been the same age, I'd steal her tonight before anyone else had the chance. The laughter disappeared instantly. Rebecca looked directly at me. There was no anger in her eyes, only a sadness so deep it caught me completely off guard. She quietly replied that age had never been the reason people walked away from her. They always left because they believed successful women didn't need to be loved. Those words settled over the rooftop like rain. I apologized immediately, convinced I had embarrassed her. She gently smiled and told everyone the evening was over. No. One mentioned the moment again, but I couldn't forget the pain behind her eyes. Over the following week, something changed inside me. I noticed things I had ignored before. Rebecca arrived before sunrise and often stayed until the cleaning crews locked the building. She quietly funded scholarships for employees' children. She paid medical bills anonymously for workers facing hardship. Yet every evening she returned to an empty house. One Friday evening I stayed late finishing a project and found Rebecca sitting alone in the cafeteria with a simple bowl of soup. She wasn't reviewing financial reports. She was staring at an old photograph of her late husband and young daughter, who had passed away from illness many years earlier. She quickly tucked the picture away, embarrassed to be seen vulnerable. For the first time, I understood that success could never replace family, companionship, or someone waiting for you at home. Months later, my father suffered a serious health setback. Medical expenses piled up faster than I could manage. I quietly prepared to resign from Carter Dynamics so I could work multiple jobs closer to home. Before I submitted my resignation, Rebecca called me into her office. She already knew everything. Without making me feel ashamed, she arranged flexible hours, connected my father with specialists, and quietly established an employee assistance fund that helped several families, not just mine. She never wanted anyone to know she had started it. That act of kindness transformed my life more than any promotion ever could. From then on, I worked harder than ever not to impress my CEO, but to honor someone who genuinely believed leadership meant lifting others. 3 years later, Rebecca announced her retirement. During the farewell celebration, hundreds of employees stood to thank her. Engineers, receptionists, janitors, interns, managers, people from every department shared stories of invisible kindness she had shown them over the years. Many admitted they would never have survived difficult seasons without her quiet generosity. When my turn came, I looked at her with gratitude instead of admiration alone. I told everyone that years earlier I thought beauty was something you saw. Rebecca had taught me that the most beautiful people were those who carried other people's burdens without asking for recognition. She had shown me that compassion could build stronger companies than fear ever could. There wasn't a dry eye in the room. Rebecca smiled through tears and said my careless joke years before had unexpectedly reminded her that she was still seen as a woman, not only as a leader. It had hurt at first, but it also challenged her to stop hiding behind work and begin living again. After retiring, she planned to volunteer, travel, reconnect with old friends, and finally allow herself to be happy. Watching her walk out of the building for the last time, surrounded by applause instead of loneliness, felt like watching someone finally set down a heavy weight they had carried for far too long. Before we reach the end of this story, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment and tell us, what is one act of kindness someone showed you that changed your life forever? Your story may become the encouragement someone else needs today. A year later, I received a handwritten postcard from Rebecca. She was volunteering at community centers across the United States, mentoring young entrepreneurs and smiling brighter than I had ever seen. At the bottom of the card, she had written a single sentence that I have kept on my desk ever since. The greatest promotion in life is becoming someone who leaves people better than they found them. If this story touched your heart, please consider liking the video, sharing it with your friends and family, subscribing to the channel, and letting us know your thoughts below. Your support keeps stories of hope, faith, compassion, and second chances alive. And remember, sometimes the words that change a life are not the perfect ones. They are the honest ones that remind another person they are still worthy of being seen, valued, and loved.